Well, the American leadership has been very involved in this situation right from the beginning. Actually, yesterday, an hour before the attacks were announced, the spokesperson for the U.S. State Department, Tammy Bruce, was asked what Americans were doing to defuse the situation, and she said that it's not just that like we are verbally commenting on this or watching it from a distance. We are very much involved in it, and we are involved at multiple levels. So, and then after this happened, you saw that the Secretary of State issued a statement, and actually even before the Secretary of State, U.S. President Donald Trump responded very quickly. Actually, minutes after it was announced by Pakistan, and he said that yeah, he just heard about those attacks while he was entering his office, and that he was concerned, and that he hopes the situation is diffused, and that he said it will be actually diffused quickly. And then his Secretary of State is issued a statement, and then he spoke with the Indian and Pakistani National Security Advisor, and then he urged both countries show restraint and that to avoid further escalation and to end the conflict as soon as possible. So I think yes, you can say that Americans are very much involved and they want to contain the crisis. They want to end this conflict, and they are doing as much as they can. But there are certain limits to what they can. I mean, India is a large country, and there are certain U.S. interests involved, like the U.S. desire to work with India to contain China. So they can bring only so much pressure on India, but they too want this conflict to end here. They do not want any more attacks, skirmishes between India and Pakistan. There are like there is this solid news confirmed by the Americans, and that is that he spoke with the national security advisors of the two countries. And in Pakistan, that means the head of the ISI, because he's also the national security advisor, and so he is somebody who very much knows what's happening happening on this front, and he is one of those people who are in a position to influence development. So I think that is very significant that he spoke to the Pakistan National Security Advisor, who is a very powerful person, and then he also spoke to the Indian National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. And then there are confirmed reports, and I would rather say rumors. And rumors are always are difficult to contain in a situation like this. So the rumors are that the Americans have spoken to the top leadership in both the countries, meaning the two prime ministers, but that is not being announced. But these rumors can never be confirmed. I think we discussed that, but there's something very interesting that I want to point out. This dispute about Pakistan shooting down Indian planes, right? The Indians are denying that no plane has been brought down, and that all the planes that were involved in this aggression, they returned home safely. But this morning, the CNN contacted the French contacted the CNN, and then we saw a CNN report saying that the French intelligence sources has confirmed to CNN that one of the French planes were brought down by the Pakistanis, possibly a second plane was brought down too. So that is very significant that a U.S. news organization takes the trouble of contacting the French, and the French actually agreed to reveal this to the Indians, knowing that this will have an impact on them too. I mean, according to some reports, the shares of the company that makes those planes have gone down. So anyway, the French confirmed that, and then some U.S. think tank experts also tweeted and retweeted this news that Indian planes have been brought down. So I mean, Washington is actually watching it carefully, and it has not been blindsided by Indian propaganda. And I think that's a very positive sign. This was raised again today, like about an hour ago, at a UN briefing in New York, where the spokesperson for the Secretary General read a statement from him, and once again urging India and Pakistan to immediately to end this confrontation immediately. And then it said that the Secretary General is very concerned, and that he also reiterated his offer to use his good offices for finding a resolve to this. This issue was raised at the UN briefing today as well, about an hour ago, and where this one of the spokespersons for the UN Secretary General addressed this issue, and she said that the Secretary General she used the word very concerned, and that the world cannot afford military confrontation between India and Pakistan. These were her words. And she also said that the Secretary General, well, she was asked that one of the journalists said that has the Secretary General contacted anyone in India and Pakistan? She said yes, he had already spoken to them earlier, but there have been no new contacts, although as soon as they happen, we will let you know. But then when the journalist said that, look, the core issue is Jammu and Kashmir, the dispute over over Jammu and Kashmir, and unless it is addressed and resolved, these kind of conflicts will continue to happen. And to which he said that the Secretary General has already offered his good offices to resolve this conflict, to restore peace, to promote de-escalation, and to end the conflict. And it is for the two governments to take advantage of this offer. And this is the first time that actually a UN official spoke on this issue from a wider perspective. This is the first time in many years. I mean, that US officials, that a UN official said that the Secretary General was willing to use his good offices for also finding a solution to the Kashmir dispute.